take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones, they through. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Seattle Seahawks.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Watch the screen. And 50 is the mic. Go 50 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
To throw again is Ryan. Setting up the screen for Miller. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal on the Seahawks 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Ryan to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Thaddeus Moss.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
The kick is
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 22. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Push him back. Mike, 55. Right there, look, 55. Watch the run, Go.
On second down, Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run the counter. Gibson. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Flush to his right. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
First down, Seahawks.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
It's now second and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Wilson. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Incomplete. It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line.
The first quarter with this Washington 6. Seahawks
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got its man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
0-0. Back to you. I'm going back to you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking here for Smith downfield. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Apke. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Well, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And he puts it through.
Good. Makes this Washington 20. Seahawks 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
One thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A gain of 13, it's a first down. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun, Wilson airing it out deep for Smith.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
11 more yards. That's another Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mild.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10.
Washington 20, Seahawks 10.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jamal Adams, an all-pro for the first time a season ago, had a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick-6 last year, and he delivers another pick-6 right here. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Seahawks 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Not much there, only a yard.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Justin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought that.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20.
Right down their throat.
All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, Washington 23. Michael Dixon to kick
The
off.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Why did you use the calculator? I didn't worry about double-checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson, that's complete, right around the 8. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Mike 50. 20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, check.
From the gun, Ryan. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ryan going up top for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And does Washington have it? They do.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
56, right there, 56.
Now Ryan setting up the screen for Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Ryan. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Ryan to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than